And if you wish to unmute and say hello, that's nice as well. Vipin, did you park at the front? Okay. Not after hours, so you should be fine.
Even during the day, it's okay. Surinder, would you be able to up the volume a bit? Did you put the volume down here?
Oh,
put it up front.
The car park past the street. Oh, okay, that's where we parked. That should be fine.
Sorry, I'm just recovering from school authority infection. Just finished my antibiotics.
Oh, right.
You see that
Okay. Richard, would it be possible for you to give us your email address if you wish the information during the week to come for meditation? Would you
I've just got that form over there. Ready?
John, can you, John, email me?
All right, I might just stop sharing all those slides and
Mars. Oh, that's Mars from
yeah.
Tumit. We have some more people coming in. No.
Hi everyone, welcome. There's a few of you online, welcome. And we have also Richard, Vipin, John, Surinder, and of course, Gulshan and myself. So we will go through the self-realization process, and we do have a compilation of 3 video excerpts to play for you about Shumataji talking about what is real yoga. So that'll be something interesting, which we'll play for you here and for everyone online. But Gulshan, do you want to take us through the first meditation?
Sure.
That'd be good.
Surinder, if you could please zoom on the chakra chart, and we'll just go very briefly through the chakra chart here. That's the
PowerPoint
diagram of a human being, and that's the internal bit that is within our subtle system. So the base of our spine resides the Kundalini, the mothering energy, in the sacrum bone. So that little triangular bone, which we're all born with, and we all have the mothering energy called the Kundalini within us in 3.5 coils, and that's where she is born within us when we arrive on this earth. And that's our mothering energy, and she's waiting to be awakened. And it is through Sahaja Yoga and by Shumataji, the lady in the picture, who wanted this energy to be awakened within us straight away. This is very old knowledge. It's not new. In the past times, people were able to experience their Kundalini awakening, but it took a long time and you needed a special teacher, and they took you through your chakras, which are the energy centers on your subtle system. Each one has a specific quality, and as we evolved as human beings, these chakras established and developed within us. And in the past, they used to work through each chakra at a time, and it took a very long time. It was very slow and laborious. And Shrimataji decided to change that and make it available to us instantly. So we have access to the mothering energy, the Kundalini, straight away. And then she brings us into the present, which is the central channel. So we're not in the past, which is the blue line that is on our left side. That's to do with the past, our emotions and conditionings. And the one in the yellow on the right side, the yellow line, is to do with the future. So often we tend to be either in the past or the future. So we think about the past, we procrastinate and worry about the past, or we're always already into the future, next year's holiday, next week's plan. And that's where the human personality tends to sort of oscillate between the past and the future. The idea is to be in the present, in the balance, because if you're too much into the past, you tend to get quite depressive and lethargic, and that's where the depression sets in. If you're too much on your yellow side, the active side, you tend to become a very dry personality, you tend to become quite aggressive and angry, and those are the extremes, and you don't want to be on either of those two places. So the idea is to be in balance, where you're loving, kind, caring, but you still have to organize things and be part of society. So the idea is to be in balance, in the center, and be able to watch where you are and how you control yourselves. The chakras within us, we all have those chakras. There are special qualities within us. And as the Kundalini rises, and if there's a deficiency in either of our chakras, or if there's a problem in either of those chakras within us, and that's personal depending upon our situation and our lives, the Kundalini works on those chakras and repairs them and replenishes them. So that's the job that she does for us, which is really handy. How we know what's wrong with us, with our chakras, is because each of our fingertips correspond to the chakra. So if you feel something on your little pinky finger, the red one, that's to do with your heart. So if there's a problem in your heart, you may feel tingly sensation, you may feel a little bit of heat. So that's how we decode what's wrong with us. So you become your own master and you can manage yourself. The nicest thing that actually happens, that's all byproduct of Kundalini awakening and helping us nourish our chakras. The most important thing that actually happens is we get a realization, which is a connection with this supreme power, the moksha, the center on our Sahasrara, which is the 1,000-petaled lotus, is on top of our head. So each of those chakras have certain petals, but the chakra on top of our head has 1,000 petals. And it's been talked about a lot in our scriptures about achieving moksha. They call it self-realization, they call it all sorts of names in different religious aspects. We get that straight away, and we get it now. And what happens is that you get your connection with the supreme power through the awakening of the Sahasrara, which is the Fountainhead One area. Once that happens, you're connected with the cosmic power that manages everything. So yes, your health improves, yes, you can sleep a lot better, and yes, you can be in balance and not be worried by what's going on around you, but most importantly, you're in connection with the supreme power that's created everything. And that's the gift of Sahaja Yoga and Shrimataji to us, where it's free of cost and you get it straight away. So getting it is great. However, as Lynn was talking about, then you need to look after it and nurture it and nourish it. And that's where the ball is in your court, where you just have to spend a little bit of time, 5-10 minutes every day, cleansing your chakras and strengthening your Kundalini with meditation. And meditation is just very simple. It is allowing it to happen, where you go into thoughtless state, where you're not thinking, but you're aware of the surroundings. So you rise above the ego and the superego, those two big balloons, and the ego is at the front. Ego is to do with futuristic planning, organizing, thinking in your head, thinking about what you might eat next year, your holidays, and oh, so-and-so needs to be told off for not doing something properly. That's our ego. And either we live in our ego or we live with the superego, which is at the back, to do with the past and the conditionings, and you worry about so-and-so said that to you, and that wasn't right, and how are you going to get at it? And, that's just, it's a messy business. So the idea is the Kundalini, she sucks away the ego and the superego, and you rise through, and you're in connection on the top. And then everything else just falls apart, and you're in a really nice state of mental silence where you're not thinking. And that's a really nice thing to be in, lovely state to be, where you're not in the past, not in the future, you're in the present, and there are no thoughts. And that's where the Kundalini strengthens too. So that's again the reason why, yes, please do 10 minutes at home. Shall we just go through the realization now, Lynn?
Let's do that.
So without delay, let's do that, where you get your realization. And this is incredible, where you get it straight away. You don't have to go and climb mountains and fast for years and do it. So really easy. We work on our left side.
We're getting the correct visual happening here.
Okay.
Here we go.
Great. Thank you, Sahaja.
Okay. Right.
So we use our right hand, which is a hand of action, and we will place it on different parts of our body on the left-hand side, on the various chakras. And the idea would be to replenish those chakras within us and awaken them. So initially it's a 5-7 minute process, and then the second time Lynn will take us through again, and we'll just show you a quicker process to do it.
So you'll probably notice we've all got our
Shoes off.
So for those of you online, we're getting ourselves in a relaxed way and with our feet close to the earth, closer than when we've got our shoes on. So if you want to remove your
shoes. Thank you, Lynn. Good reminder. And please be seated wherever you're comfortable. That's important. Doesn't matter if you're on your favorite chair, that will do nicely. And if you're wearing glasses, please take them off as well, because often they constrict the area on the nose. So we will place our hands open. That's asking for the vibrations or the energy. The vibrations are what we call as Chaitanya. That's the divine. That's the proof of our connection with the divine, is we feel the vibrations in our hands and within ourselves. So hands on our lap, and the right hand, we'll start by placing it on our heart. So we'll just do a quick run through, and then we'll go through it. And then we'll bring it down to the lower part of the rib cage. And then we'll place it where the leg meets the body again on the left-hand side. And bring it back just under the heart. So we're placing our right hand on the left side of our body. And then we place it on our heart back again. And then on the shoulder, between the neck, on the neck.
So
and then
still right hand on the left side.
And as you place the right hand on your left side, we move our head towards the right shoulder. And then we place our hand on the front of our head, on the forehead, at the back of the head. And then the last one would be on top of a head, on the fontanelle bone. This is what the Greeks called it, which is where the fountain rises and pours out of us. And the fountain being the Kundalini, as she comes up and then just comes down in the form of a waterfall, so to speak. So just close our eyes. And the reason why we ask you to do that is because it just helps you to bring your attention inside. Hands on your lap. If you have trouble closing your eyes, you're welcome to open and watch Shrimataji's photo, because her vibrations are very strong and calming. So if you just watch her face, that's quite relaxing as well. So hands in her lap, eyes closed. Nice deep breaths in and out slowly. And we place our right hand on the left heart. And here we ask ourselves a question, and we're going to address these questions quietly to the mothering energy, the Kundalini within us, or you can address them to Sri Mataji because she made this possible. So you can address her as Sri Mataji, or you can address her as Mother. So we just ask a question to ourselves: who am I? Mother Kundalini or Sri Mataji, who am I? And what is my purpose on this earth? Who am I, Mother Kundalini? Then we bring our right hand under the heart. Good pressure. And here we ask, am I my own master? Am I my own teacher? Am I in charge? Now we take a hand, again on the left-hand side, to where the leg meets the body. Just place your hand in the crease with good contact. This is the area of pure desire and pure knowledge within us. So here, with our absolute ardent desire, please ask, Sri Mataji, please give me the pure knowledge. Sri Mataji, please give me the pure knowledge. Mother Kundalini, please give me the pure knowledge. And the pure knowledge that we are after is a knowledge of the state of our chakras within us. And that happens when the Kundalini is awakened, and as she rises, that's her gift to us. You bring our hand up again under the heart area. And here we affirm a couple of times, Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am my own master. Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am my own teacher. I am my own teacher. Sri Mataji, by your grace, I am my own master. Bring a hand further up on the heart. This is where we had started by asking about ourselves. And the answer to that is, we are the spirit. So we say a few times, Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am the spirit. Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am the spirit. For I'm not this body, I'm not my mind, I am not my thoughts, I am not my worries, my fears, I am the spirit. Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am the spirit. Now we place our right hand on the left-hand side of the neck. And as you do that, just move your head towards your right shoulder. And here we say a few times, Sri Mataji, I am not guilty. Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am not guilty. Sometimes in our lives we tend to feel guilty about things, and it's unnecessary, having not done anything to cause that guilt. So it's no use feeling guilty about things, and it's time to let go of the guilt. So a few times, Mother Kundalini, by your grace, I am not guilty. Mother Kundalini, I am not guilty. I am not guilty. Now we place our right hand on our forehead, and as you do that, just bring your head forward and cradle it into your hand so that you can apply a little bit of pressure with your fingertips and the palm. And this is the area of forgiveness within us. So without thinking of any one particular person or a circumstance or an issue, we just say generally, Mother Kundalini, I forgive everyone. Shri Mataji, I forgive everyone. It is really important to forgive, because till we don't forgive and we hang on to the anger and the pain, it stays with us. So the moment we say, I forgive, we also surrender or let go of the anger and the pain, and it leaves us alone, which is such a blessing, not to be wrapped up with our anger and our pain and our issues and our regrets. So a couple of times, I forgive everyone. I forgive, I forgive, I forgive everyone. I forgive everyone. And it is important to say this, because if we don't forgive and we hang on to it, it's a bit hard for the Kundalini to come through this area. So really important to forgive. Now we place our hand at the back of the head, and as you do that, please tip your head up towards the sky. And here we forgive ourselves as well. Mother Kundalini, please forgive me for my past. Mother Kundalini, please forgive me for my mistakes that I have committed, knowingly or unknowingly. Please forgive me. Please forgive me for my conditionings. Please forgive me for my habits that are not suitable to my innocence, to my ascent, and to my spirit. And now the last and the most important one is to place the hand. So stretch your hand and place the palm of your hand on the top of your head, which is the soft part. When the children are born, they have a soft part on their head which moves, and that's our fontanelle bone area, our Sahasrara, the 1,000-petaled lotus. So here we place our palm, and if you just stretch your fingers away from your hand, it helps to apply good pressure. And as you do that, just lower your head forward. And now we're going to rotate our scalp with our palm, with our hand, in a clockwise direction. So starting from our left, bring it forward, move your hand to your right, take it back to your left, forward, right, back. So in that direction, we rotate our scalp slowly with our hand. And as we do that, with all our heart, please ask the Kundalini and Shri Mataji to please give us our self-realization. Please give me my self-realization. Shri Mataji, please give me my self-realization. And for those of us who have already had a self-realization, you can ask for, please strengthen my self-realization. Shri Mataji, please strengthen my self-realization. Shri Mataji, please give me my self-realization. Keeping your eyes closed, you can bring your right hand back onto your lap, palm open, facing up. And just pause for a moment and see how you feel within yourself. on the palms of your hand or on top of your head where we had a hand a moment ago. Some of us may feel warm breeze or cool, beautiful, gentle cool on top of our head. Most of us often will feel a certain silence, a calmness, and your breathing slows down and you feel a little relaxed. And this is when the Kundalini rises. The first thing she does is to soothe our worries and to just take us into a state of peaceful relaxation. If you just watch the space on top of your head with your attention, you may notice your thoughts have stopped. So just slowly open our eyes. See how you feel. Just put my glasses on. So that's the process of getting a realization. So we don't have to do this again, but we do need to strengthen it and nurture it and look after it. So it's quite a precious gift that gets dropped so easily, but it's for us to manage, and we'll show you how to do that and look after it. To you, Lynn.
Let's just maintain that meditative feeling, and we'll just try and strengthen that feeling a bit. So the promised excerpts of Sri Mataji, the founder of Sahaja Yoga, which I'll put for us here on the laptop and share with everyone online. Bear with me while I get that happening for you.
Vipin and Richard, if you'd like to come forward, you can have the front seats instead. I wish they'd offer us this in the aircraft, but it's just easier to watch the laptop, that's all. So when we sit to listen to Sri Mataji, it's a really good idea to open up our hands, because as she talks to us, she's also working in on our internal system, on our chakras, and you can often feel the cool vibrations because her Kundalini is exceptionally strong, so it's good to enjoy that experience. But you can just relax your hands on your lap, that's okay.
Sarita, can you raise your volume a bit?
Every religion has said that you seek yourself. So there was nothing wrong with all the prophets, incarnations, all the saints. They all said the same thing. But we have missed the point. Everything has become either money-oriented or is an intellectual probing. It is through intellectual probing you reach a point where you realize that you have not reached the reality. So what should we do? And this is a very great gift of modern times, which was promised long time back. It's described already in our Puranas that at the time, these modern times called as Kali Yuga, the Parama Chaitanya or this all-pervading power will become active. Means there is Kruta Yuga, it will become active. And through it, thousands of people will get their realization. Even in the Bible, they have said that it's quite a limited number. John has written in his revelation, it's quite a limited number, but we have already crossed that. And so many people have to become realized souls. It's very important today, and it's so easy. Sahaja. Saha is with, Ja is born. Born with you is the right to become one with the divine, united with the divine, that is yoga. Yoga is nothing but to be united with that divine power. That's what yoga is. All other things are subsidiary. This union brings forth new dimensions on our central nervous system. As an evolution, we always develop a new dimension. By this, you develop a new awareness of collective consciousness, by which you can feel other people, their centers. Sitting down here, you can feel the center of somebody who is dead. Even you can feel his centers and find out what he was. Was he a realized soul or not? You can find out about anybody, whether he was a realized soul or not, sitting down here. You have to just think about it, put your hands. If you are a realized soul, you can feel on your fingertips what is the problem. And somehow, if you know how to correct those problems, you get rid of your own diseases and the diseases of others, your own problems and the problems of others. First, you enter into a state of mind which we call as thoughtless awareness. When you cross this center of Agya, that is placed in the optic chiasma, you become thoughtlessly aware. You are aware, but there is no thought. It's what a blessing it is.
Sahaja Yoga, as we know, is a spontaneous union of the individual consciousness with the divine power through the awakening of our Kundalini, which many times remains dormant in our system. Mataji, it's a pleasure to talk to you right in your home turf in New Jersey. And tell us, I know last 4 years ago I met you, it was a great experience, and I want to tell our viewers again what it is all that you've been doing, promoting Sahaja Yoga for the last 30 years now, all over the world. Tell us again briefly, for viewers who don't know what Sahaja Yoga really means and signifies, what does it do and how do we get that absolute knowledge through this discipline?
Saha means with, Ja means born. Is born with you the right to get this yoga is the union with the divine. So this is your birthright. All human beings have this right to get the awakening of their Kundalini, by which they become one with the divine power. This is the real yoga.
Right. And as I said, even the ancient sages and astrologers, Bhrigu Mani talks about it, and you've written in your book also, Meta the Modern Era, yes.
They all have talked about it. But in those days, they used to work on about, say, thousands of people, then select one of them, then cleanse them, and then they used to give them realization. Now the difference of this modern Sahaja Yoga, you can call it, is this.
Yes.
That you first give them awakening. Let them see for themselves what's wrong with them. Alright. Once they find out, let them correct themselves. And then it's perfect. Because if you try like this, then it will take thousands of years to give realization to many people. With this method, you can give collectively to thousands of people realization. Now we have to change the world. And how can we do it? On individual basis, if you go. This is the best way now. Thousands are getting realization all over. And now they are telling me it's in 86 countries working out. So we are going to have a global race, we can call it a global awakening, which is very important. And without this awakening, we cannot get transformed. This is to transform, to completely change. Realization cannot be traded. It's not a business. It is something innate and living process. Just like a seed sprouts, this happens to you and you become a self-realized soul. As a result of that, as I told you, your awareness becomes collectively conscious. You start feeling the cool breeze of the Holy Ghost coming out of your head, and also you feel this all-pervading power as cool breeze in your hands. Then when you start practicing it a little bit, your connections become settled with this all-pervading power. Then such a person becomes very peaceful and very dynamic, extremely dynamic. Untiringly he can work. He is never frustrated. He is never angry. He is never upset. He becomes very peaceful and extremely compassionate. But the compassion is such that it acts. Even a glance of such a person acts on the being, and it brings forth the benevolence of others. This is for the benevolence of others. Unless and until this happens, you are not a Sahaja Yogi, nor you are in the right place. Now in Sahaja, Saha means with, Ja means born. Born with you is the right to be one, united with this divine power, which is the yoga. This is the real yoga. All other yogas are subsidiary. They help you out here. And those people who do artificial yogas do not achieve anything. Once this happens, the transformation takes place. I have seen people becoming very beautiful and so great that one day will come, this world has to change, and we all will be filled with that feeling of collective consciousness, where we'll all feel that we are belonging to one personality, part and parcel of one personality, the microcosm, the parts of a macrocosm. This has to happen. Many people are talking about him, hinting about it. As they say, it's the age of Aquarius. That's a fact. Aquarius is the Kumbha, is the one with the pitcher, which is where the Kundalini is placed. And that's why it's the age of the Aquarius. They talk about it. They get the glimpses, but they are not there. We have to be there. For that, you don't have to pay. But little time has to be given. Within a month, I'm sure, you can become masters of that. And all your problems should be solved, your physical, mental, emotional.
All right, I'll just finish that there. Let's just take our meditation a step further. So we've got now our attention up above our brain center to go into meditation. Now, what's our job now is to try and make that channel stronger and wider. So Srimataji has in the past shown us how it is in our spine, where that central, I can't remember how she does it, but oh yeah, I remember now. So when the Kundalini rises, that left and right channels get pulled in, and so your spine is like that, and then the Kundalini rises through. But as we find our habits of going left and right, that space gets constricted. So then our job is to try and keep bringing ourselves into balance. And so we find it is not just generally left and right. Sometimes it's at different energy centres. We'll use at one centre, say we were wanting to talk about this centre here, this energy centre at the throat, which is called the Vishuddhi. If we have a habit, so it's a left side is a habit of always reacting to certain things. We have a button that gets pressed and then we'll get angry. So then we're putting a constriction from this side. Or if, as we were talking about when we went through that realization process, what really stops at this centre as well is when we feel guilty. So it gets constricted from both sides, so it gets pulled. So then the space for the Kundalini to go through is very small. So we want to just, and the easy thing is that all we have to do to balance ourselves is to ask our Kundalini and to see what it is that is dragging us to the right or the left. So say we've seen or we think, oh no, I don't react, and then suddenly you realise you're getting cross about the traffic. and then just putting it away and feeling guilty is not going to work either. So we need to clear it out as to see it and go, oh, well, I shouldn't do that in future. And then that thought will come to you a little sooner each time in your day when that reaction happens. But that's just an example of what we need to do. We're going to physically practice just generally clearing our right and left sides. Just show you that little technique, which is we drop our right hand down to the floor, towards the floor. If we were sitting on the grass, of course, we'd just put our hand down there. So we're going to put our right hand down to the ground, and we're just going to ask, we can close our eyes or look towards the chart or photograph of Sri Mataji, closing your eyes if you can, and we're just asking our Mother Kundalini to please clear any negativity or habits from my left side that are obstructing my spirit, my spiritual growth. Please absorb any excess from my left side. So we've got that direct communication now. So just in the asking, she will just suck out that negativity of the left side, going too far in any event. So just generally, our whole left side we're trying to clear. Mother Kundalini, please absorb any habits from my left, from my past. So you might feel that left hand starting to feel cooler and lighter. So let's try clearing the right side now. So bringing that right hand palm up on your lap, then we bend the left hand so the palm is facing behind. And so now we're going to ask our Mother Kundalini to please absorb or suck out into the atmosphere any overactivity on my futuristic side, all the excessive planning, any overactivity on my right side, my futuristic side. So it doesn't mean you don't do any planning. Of course, we all have to do certain planning, but we come back to the present. So it's the excessive right side activity, excessive futuristic part of our nature. So again, you might feel that right hand becoming cooler and lighter. as that heat flows out through the left hand into the atmosphere. So just before you're going to bed of a night and you do your clearing, this is sort of one of the first exercises we'll do. We'll show you a few more as we go on. And then just bringing both hands open on your lap. Just with the right hand, just raise up your Kundalini with your right hand through the central channel and touch it onto the top of your head. We'll do that 3 times. So slowly, your attention is with where the hand is going. Your Kundalini follows your hand up to the top of your head. Then again, bringing both hands open on your lap. So we'll follow through with that throat center. Let's just place our hand on our neck, our throat area. And we'll ask our Mother Kundalini to please awaken the witnessing quality within me. So just inside yourself in your heart, Mother Kundalini, please make me the witness of the drama of life. This is also our center of communication and collectivity. So collectivity in that we see the state of all of our chakras through the power of this center being in balance, and the greater collective of the people in our circle, the people in our country, people in the world. So it's a very powerful center when it's strong and in balance. Let's just go back up to our forehead center, resting the forehead in the palm of our hand once more, as we did in our first meditation. Let's again say to ourselves that affirmation that I forgive. I forgive. I forgive everything. I forgive everyone. And I forgive myself. And then up onto the top of our head, stretching our fingers, placing the center of our palm onto the center of the crown of our head. You can bring your head a little bit down so you can really firmly press down. And again, rotating the scalp in the clockwise direction, left, forward, right, back. And again, asking from our heart to please, Mother Kundalini, please strengthen my self-realization. Please strengthen my connection to that all-pervading energy of Mother Nature, of the divine, that's running the whole show. And then just raising that hand 3 or 4 inches. See if you can detect that gentle breeze coming out. It's a very subtle vibration. Wherever you think maybe you can feel it. Just keeping your attention there, bring both hands now back in your lap. So your attention simultaneously on your breath in your heart and on the top of your head where you just had your hand. Keeping your attention there, I'll just share a little bit of flute music so we can continue for a couple of minutes. So you're just listening through the top of your head to the music. Just slowly opening your eyes when you're ready. I'll just finish the formal part of the program we'll do the raising of our Kundalini and putting ourselves in a protective bandhan, which is our only routine that we will learn that we'll always do. So this is really the shortcut for doing the affirmations that we did. So we're using our hands, the left and the right hand. The left hand of desire rises up and the right hand of action winds around. So it comes under and inside, over the top. So yeah, that's it. Yep. So the right hand is doing the winding. The left hand of desire, our attention is focused on that left hand. We come up to the top of our head and tie one knot. So I'm going to do this 3 times, once for each of our energy channels. Second time. 2 knots. That's our desire to keep our attention and our Kundalini up above our brain. Third time, again, it's the left hand of desire rising up, right hand of action, giving it something to do, winding it around, and tie 3 knots. We really want to keep our attention up on the top of our head. And now you will feel, now or later, if not now, the vibrations are flowing in your hands at this point. So we're going to use that to protect ourselves. So we call it a bandhan. So it's starting from the right side with the right hand. And we're going over our entire body.
Starting on your left.
Oh, yeah. Right. Did I say right?
Yeah.
Just in case you weren't confused enough. So we're starting on the left side with the right hand, over and back. That's 1 time. So we're going to do it 7 times. Over and back. Over and back. 7 times. I will do it approximately 7, as I always lose count when I'm chitting and chatting. So the intention is for 7, so I'm sure it's approximately 7. And so that's how we finish our meditation. And then when you do your practice tomorrow, practicing meditating, you'll start your meditation like that. So it's just raising it up. We'll give you the card with the instructions on it, don't have to memorise. So you'll raise your Kundalini, put on a bandhan of protection, because now you're super sensitive. So you don't want any strange thoughts or vibes coming at you, so they won't. You're protected. And that's how you start your meditation and end it. So you just sit for 5-10 minutes. And as I said also, I'll send you those clips, the sites you can just click on to play a meditation video, because all these sessions that we do here and that we're doing our online courses are all recorded, so we can tell you, do this one. Just click on this and just play it for as long as you feel you've got time to do it. Find a time. And good to find the same time every day, so that you know, oh, that's my meditation time. So it's a time that's not going to get interrupted by anything else. Now, initially, it might mean getting up earlier if you're going to do it in the morning before everyone's up. But you know, if you're your own boss, that's in the house, so you can choose the time. We end up doing, you know, early morning and before going to bed of a night. But as we go along, we'll show you different clearing things as we want to make our meditation stronger and stronger. So we usually throw in a few clearing techniques for nighttime before going to bed, and have a little 5-10 minutes meditate after you've done that. It's super powerful and a super duper sleep. So our friends online, please feel free to unvideo and unmute and share or ask any questions. We finished the formal part of the program, but if anyone has any questions or want to ask anything or share anything, feel free. We're all in it together. So how did you both feel, Vipin?
Good.
Did you get that silence?
Yeah.
Excellent. It felt really good, so I'm sure you were contributing to that vibe that was lovely. How'd you go, Richard?
Yeah, I really got that. Cool.
Oh, nice. Yeah. So it's good when your Vishuddhi is clear, you feel a lot more. So that's excellent. Really good. How did you feel, John? Did you have a good meditation? Yeah, I did too.
And we have Sarah. I think Mars may have gone, but we still have Sarah. So if you wish to let us know how you went, Sarah, feel
Something to
free.
share, Sarah?
Maybe she's
Yep, she's unmuting.
okay.
Yeah, I was very late. We had visitors, so I only joined you in the last 10 minutes. But when I switched it on, you were both in deep meditation.
Oh, nice. We've got Richard and Vipin here as well, who are contributing to the nice vibe.
Yeah, very nice.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Nice you could join us,
Yeah,
Sarah.
thanks for coming. Very good. All right, well, we'll
Say goodbye,
Say goodbye.
to Sarah and
wish
you
everyone farewell online.
and the cards. Oh, okay. There's one for you and so this one is for you, Richard. And so that's the technique